In this part we are going to learn about positions in CSS, and there are 5 different kind of positions. So starting with position static. So we will take h1 and I will write the blurred coders. Okay, so this is here. So if I take another h1, this is going to come after that. So if we will write hello. Okay, so as you can see, this is the default behavior of HTML. Every element is going flow by flow. So if I write like say another h1, it is going after that. So like say good night. Okay, so if we go to our style and then say h1, change the color of our h1 to red, and if I say position static, nothing is going to happen because static is the default position in HTML. Every element is by default static, so making something static doesn't make sense. It's already static. Okay, so the next one is position absolute. So to demonstrate that, I'm going to remove everything and start with a box, and inside that box we will have 2 items. So I will take item dash 1, and then of course I can copy that to item dash 2, and let's give them some style. So I will say dot box. Okay, then we have 2 items, so I will say item dash 1. Okay, so now we have given some style to our items. So as you can see, this height and width, this property is same for both of them. So one thing we can do is we can just take item 2 and go here, just write item 2, and then we can remove this from here. So this is basically saying, okay, item 1 and item 2 is going to have same property, but then again we are overriding the background color of item 2. If I remove that, it will be in aqua color as well because of this here. So if I say position absolute, nothing much is going to happen, but if I say top 0, then our red square is going to go up. So this is now position absolutely to our viewport. Top 0, if we say top 50 pixel, so it's going to left 50 pixel space from the top, and we can also do from left, right and bottom. So if I say left 100 pixel, it's going to give 100 pixel of a space from left of the screen. So if we rescale the screen, still it's going to left 100 pixel here. If I do bottom 0, this is going to go in the bottom of the screen, and that's because our screen is starting from here and we are saying bottom 0, which is leave 0 space from the bottom. That's why this element is now bottom. So now one more thing I want to show you guys, and for that we are going to take some paragraph, so a p tag, and now I am going to type lorem and then 100, so that we get lorem ipsum of 100 watts. So now as we can see, position absolute does not care if it's hiding some content, it just ignores it. It just go and ignore. Okay, so now for the next one, position relative. So position relative, what it can do, let me take item 1 as separate as well. So item 1, okay, so for item 1 we are going to say position relative. So nothing exactly happened, but after saying position relative, we have now access to top, left, bottom and right. So we can say top to 20 pixel, it's going to come 20 pixel down from the top, which is here, from 20 pixel from here. So again we can say left 100 pixel as well. So this is going to work because we have given it a position of relative. If we remove this, is not going to work. So relative is doing nothing here, it's just allowing us to use top, left, bottom and right. Okay, but now let's see another use of relative. So suppose we have a parent container, so let's go back in our HTML as we can see, box is the parent of item 1 and item 2. So if we say box to position relative, okay, so now box is position relative and item 2, which is our red square, is position absolute. And if we say bottom 0, this time it's gonna go at the edge of the box and not at the edge of the screen. You see the difference? If I comment it out, then it will go all the way to the bottom of our viewport. It is now position relatively according to the viewport, but when we say position relative in our box, now it's saying okay, this item is going to be relatively positioned to this box, and if we do right 0, then we can send it at the right corner. So this is a big difference here. So whenever you use position absolute, make sure to make that parent container relative so that you can arrange thing according to that container. Okay, so now the next up is position fixed. So for position fixed, I'm going to remove these boxes. Okay, and then I'm going to take a nav bar. So in nav, I'm going to have a li. So in li, I'm going to say, like, say we have a logo and then some contents. Okay, so now we are going to style it. So we will take our nav, we will remove everything from CSS and then take our nav. So background to red maybe. Okay, so this is now background red. Okay, now we are going to have some h1. Okay, we are going to copy it until we can scroll this page. Okay, so now we have enough. We can now scroll this page. Okay, so as you can see, as we are scrolling, this red thing, this nav bar thing is also scrolling with the page. So if we want it to always be here inside our view, then we can give it position fixed. So if we go in our nav and if I say, let's give it some padding first of 10 pixel. Okay, looking awesome. Now I can say position fixed. Okay, so as soon as we do that, it's going to ignore anything which is beside it. It's just going to extract it from the DOM. So if we go or scroll, it will always be here. So if we want it to the top, we can say top 0 to make it top, and then left 0 to make it left, and then we can say width 100% to make it full width. Okay, so if we scroll, now this element is not going to scroll, this will always be here. Okay, so now for the last one, that is position sticking. So I'm going to go in HTML and I'm going to move this nav thing a little bit down after 3 or 4, after 3 bullet coders. Okay, this nav is here and I'm going to remove it, position fixed. Okay, so this nav is here now. So if we say position sticky and if we say top 0, then see what's going to happen. Okay, so now it's scrolling with the page, and as soon as we hit top 0 for this thing, it's going to stick. So it's just basically a toggle between fixed and absolute. So it's currently it's absolute, that's why it's scrolling, and once we hit top 0, then it's converted into fixed. So this is really handy for making nav bar. So we can also do something like 50 pixel. Okay, top 50 pixel. Now this is going to be fixed after 50 pixel, as soon as it hits 50 pixel from the top, so somewhat like here. So let's see. Okay, this is the 50 pixel, it's fixed now. So this is all about the CSS position. Hope you guys understood. See you in the next one.